What's up, YouTube? Christian Hanna Horror here today. Want to do a review of a movie and kind of spotlight a Laserdisc a little bit. I want to talk about Pet Semetery. Here's actually my Laserdisc of Pet Semetery, and talk about really cool looking. This is a movie that I believe it was a television movie, and you know, some of my favorite Stephen King movies were actually ones that were just made for television, which is odd because, you know, usually television movies are like, this is good, but I guess in some people's minds they think television movies are just like not good enough to be in theaters or something. I don't know, but this movie is so awesome. There's a thing about this movie that I like, and there's certain films that have it. It's not a sense of like a claustrophobia, but there's a sense of such a distance, and I guess it's because of the scenery of the movie, where it seems like the only other person that lived near the family, the main families, was the old man, and other than that, it seemed like it was like its own little planet or something. It was just so out of, you know, it just seemed so out of the world, out of the normal world, which I really like. So there's a sense of you're so on your own, and that can drive you to lose your mind. And, you know, the kind of the way that when the boy died and he wanted to save his son, it's like maybe if he'd have been living in the city and that would happen, he'd have been around more people and stuff, he wouldn't have been driven to want to put his son in the Indian burial ground. But because he was out in these woods where there's no one, and he just only had time to think and be by himself, and he drove himself to a level of insanity, it seems like. So I guess one of the things I'm saying is, one thing I loved about Pet Semetery is the venue of just deep in the country where there's no one but a few people and yourself, and you're really left to just, you know, kind of go crazy. I love this Laserdisc, by the way. The transfer on it is so perfect in the sense that it may not be 1080p, but there's not any specks of laser rot, meaning, you know, sometimes when you watch a VHS, you'll see like film rot specks just pop up on the screen. There's not an ounce of it on this Laserdisc, and oddly enough, I do prefer it to the Blu-ray version. Now, the Blu-ray version is great because you get all kinds of documentaries on it, but being a film from 1989, it just looks perfect to me on this Laserdisc. This is an extended play Laserdisc, so it's going to be 60 minutes on each side, so it's only a one disc. Once again, 1989, one of my favorite years for movies. There's so many great movies I think came out of 1989. Paramount released this as well, which is kind of interesting, because I didn't know Paramount got their hands on a lot of television movies. But I guess could be some money. I guess the money could be right up front for television movies, I guess, if a network buys it. But regardless of that, guys, Pet Semetery is such an awesome movie. I just wanted to talk about it because I don't really talk about a whole lot of films besides the main slashers of Freddy and Jason and Michael. And this is, oh gosh, this is one of my favorites. It really is. It's got a special place to me. I didn't see it, honestly, for the first time until really a couple years ago in 2011, when I just got into a horror kick and I never got out of it. And when I got this, I was like, I kept seeing it at FYE, and I was like, Pet Semetery, And finally I got it and watched it, and it was just so awesome because it's one of those movies I watched by myself, and it was just real enjoyable, and you get lost in it. It's got great cast, and the Miko kid, I think that's his name, God, he's such a good actor, especially for a young child. But excellent movie, guys. If you're a Laserdisc fan, definitely pick this up. Even if you're just a big Pet Semetery fan, I would still recommend getting this, just for the fact of the artwork is insane on it. I don't know if the artwork of this has ever been released on any. I'm guessing the VHS might have been this with a much smaller scale. But obviously you can see the Blu-ray is a little bit different, but I still love that cat. But this is a great Laserdisc to own, especially if you're, like I said, if you're a fan, because the transfer is my copy is awesome. I mean, it looks so perfect, and just great. Once again, it's great canvas. You know, that's one thing about Laserdisc. It's so awesome is the canvas. You got lots of work with. But guys, that'll be it for this review. If you have any requests for any movies you'd like me to talk about, I would love to. So drop that in the comment below. And hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed Pet Semetery. See you guys next time.